When Words Fail, Music Speaks Part 2. This is the ChillinIT part. Obviously, Wombat did his thing. Wombat fucking killed it. I love seeing that side of Wombat. It was absolutely great to see a different side to Wombat that you don't really see in his music. And he absolutely killed it. He killed it so much that even I went and did my own version on the channel. So that will be somewhere. If this becomes a standalone video, I'll put it in the description below. For you, man, in the live stream, I'm sure you can find it on the channel. And ChillinIT's now put up his one, When Words Fail, Music Speaks. I did just hear the tiny little... Yep, so it is the same instrumental that Wombat used, which is going to be quite interesting. I don't want there to be... I hope there isn't a case of who did it better, Wombat or ChillinIT. Like, it's okay to have a preference on who you prefer, but I want to just listen to this from a neutral perspective almost, and just... yeah, get a feel for it, because I've seen ChillinIT's statement that he put. Someone put it in a Discord chat about how he was struggling to put this out. He didn't want to put this out, and then he realized it helped. It helped Bagsy. It helped other people. Wombat was pushing him to do it, and so he's finally put it out. And I will say this, people, some artists find it easy to talk about how they feel in songs, and some don't. For me, I'm a middle ground. There are some songs that I don't mind putting that out, and there's been one, maybe two songs that I've struggled to put out. Like, I've written it, and I didn't want to record it. Didn't want to, just kind of wanted to keep it for myself, and in the end decided, no, I'm gonna do it. So, you know, if ChillinIT, if I'm assuming ChillinIT's quite an honest guy here when he says that, then it does mean a lot to have constructive feedback, and not everyone just to go, oh, I feel so sorry for you. Like, talk about it from a musical perspective as well as being there for him as a person. Obviously, when you put out a song like this, it doesn't mean you're going through a life crisis. It could mean that, but it doesn't mean that they, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that's who they're going to be now. It doesn't mean that when you look at ChillinIT, you have to hold all of the things that he says in this song over his head. For example, I've put out songs like Letter to Myself. I've put out personal tracks, but I don't want people to always hold the things I say in those tracks over my head when I'm doing other tracks. But yeah, so without further ado, people, ChillinIT, When Words Fail, Music Speaks Part 2. Let's go. Love for the love on the new album, people. Thank you. All right, let's see. He looks like he's in the Body Bag studio. Whoa, I'm getting goosebumps. Let's go, people.
Fuck. Wanna take this back to the start of us, cause when we argue, I'm drifting like Maseratis does. The hardest part, no.
Let's go again. Let's go again. Drifting like Maserati does.
Fuck. Wanna take this back to the start of us, cause when we argue, I'm drifting like Maseratis does. The hardest part, know that I'm ignorant and my heart is fucked. Karma's come, now I'm just missing you while I spark this blunt. We never texted all, she's still rejecting calls. Tension, attention to the pressure and the stress I've caused. Please protect me, Lord. I think I'm sinking deeper, slowly to the reaper, when it's seeming that I'm set to fall. All my selfish ways could wreck you and affect your thoughts. I've been neglecting self to focus on protecting yours. I want better thoughts, I best reflect and pause for seconds where I let the seconds go, because the stress is more than I...
ChillinIT is nailing so hard the fucking delivery. He's
better thoughts. I best reflect and pause for seconds where I let the seconds go, because the stress is more than I can take. I think I'm dying, but my soul's awake, just crying threats of suicide upon my shoulder blades.
No, my heartstrings can't take it, man. My heartstrings.
Think I'm dying, but my soul's awake, just crying threats of suicide upon my shoulder blades. How the fuck am I the one to take this all away, girl? All I did is walk on by and leave you there to cause the pain.
420 family in the chat. I don't even want to listen to the second verse. I just want to hear the first one again.
I lost her for this bitch and this girl. This gift is my curse. It's witty how I'm quick with my words. So this 30-minute threesome means the end of my world. But I flirt when I'm on the road, just like a rental for hurts, and that hurts her. She knows I'll only sort of change. The same impulses hit my posters, then it's all the same. I'm such a fuck up, I'm disgusting, man, that's all I'd say. All I wanted was a wife, I swear that's all I'd pray. But that's I lost her for this bitch and this girl. This gift is my curse. It's witty how I'm quick with my words. So this 30-minute threesome means the end of my world. But I flirt when I'm on the road, just like a rental for hurts, and that hurts her. She knows I'll only sort of change. The same impulses hit my posters, then it's all the same. I'm such a fuck up, I'm disgusting, man, that's all I'd say. All I wanted was a wife, I swear that's all I'd pray. But that's a contradiction, so this ain't right for you. I'm such a constant dickhead, I still can't lie to you. We might be broke for the minute, girl, I'll provide for you, then ride for you. Or literally Bonnie and Clyde to die for you, get high with you. Don't give a fuck for my health. How can a man love his girl if he ain't loving himself, and that's real? Girl, I'll provide for you, then ride for you. Or literally Bonnie and Clyde to die for you, get high with you. Don't give a fuck for my health. How can a man love his girl if he ain't loving himself, and that's real? Girl, I'll provide for you, then ride for you. Or literally Bonnie and Clyde to die for you, get high with you. Don't give a fuck for my health. How can a man love his girl if he ain't loving himself, and that's real? Don't give a fuck for my health. How can this man love his girl if he ain't loving himself? You fucking tell me. We're gonna share that. Fuck it up.
Hashtag 420 family. Hashtag 420 family in the chat, people. That bar is ridiculous. That bar is ridiculous.
Fuck for my health. How can a man love his girl if he ain't loving himself? And
that bar right there goes down as my... Oh, that was about to be a big statement. It goes down as one of my top 5 bars of the year. As in a single lyric or a single scheme or a single punchline. That goes down in my top 5 this year. That is a bar.
Don't give a fuck for my health. How can a man love his girl if he ain't loving himself? And that's
420 family, man. 420 family. I'm just gonna repeat the words of ChillinIT here. This is not me saying it. Although I do definitely agree and support his message of 420 family is more than just about ripping bongs and smoking weed. It's about the community, the vibes, the mentality, sort of that passion. And I think this is a great example of it. Because Chill can do both. You know my man can easily do the women weed wordplay. You know he can easily do that. But the way he makes this look effortless, because he says, again, assuming what he's saying is true, if he's saying that this was a difficult track to put out, you know, you go through a lot mentally, not just to write it, not just to just perform it, but to just let it go public for the world to see, to let the world see your vulnerabilities. That's a step in itself, people. Believe me, I know. But then to be able to pull it off in such an effortless way, sick. The way he nailed the delivery, it wasn't too soft. What happens with personal tracks is if you go with too soft of a delivery, people switch off. They don't want to listen to what you got to say. They don't take it in. If you go too over the top, it's off-putting musically. As a song, as a track, as a form of art, it is not pleasing if you hear only over the top. To be able to put a fine blend in between is difficult to do. And to be fair, Chill is on the side of a softer delivery.
Minute, girl, I'll provide for you, then ride for you. Or literally Bonnie and Clyde to die for you, get high with you. Don't give a fuck for my health. How can a man love his girl if he ain't loving himself?
No, so it's the way he's able to level change, because you can... 1 minute, let me listen to just
words. So this 30-minute threesome means the end of my world. But I flirt when I'm on the road, just like a rental for hurts. And
Okay, now I take 1 minute. Because now it sounds like he was quite close to the mic. It's slightly distorting, but it works well because it has that raw feel to it. But then he's able to drop his voice back down. He was quite close to the mic. How I'm like this is how he most likely recorded it. Some artists like to stand way back when they record. I think Chill was quite close to the mic when he did it. But just to be able to level change like that. Again, I'm probably going to have to listen to this 2 or 3 more times if I want to really break this down. But the level changes that he has is insane. Because that was almost seamless. I didn't even clock that the first time because I was just taking in the lyrics. The video is perfect for what he's doing as well because it's quite natural. It's almost like he's just having a conversation with you. It's not this open space. It's not a different location. It's just a booth. It's like you're sitting in the booth with him and he's just telling you his story, his thoughts, his mindset over a beat. Big up to ChillinIT, man. And another thing that's sick, he's able to fit wordplay in there. He's able to fit wordplay in there. Sick. 420 family, people. Second deepest song he wrote. First was Dust to Dust. Yeah, Dust to Dust was insane. Dust to Dust still goes down as a slightly better track than this. Because Dust to Dust is on a different level. But this is definitely hard. I need to add this to my Oz playlist.